Hello, everybody. Antron here. And yeah, this year is, it's happy 4th of July. But this year, for me, it's kind of been playing catch up with all the RPGs that I bought. So I kind of declare this as the year of RPGs. And so I broke the year up into like 3 different sections. 1, strategy RPGs for the first 4 months. 2, turn-based or hybrid style RPGs for the next 4 months, and then for the last 4 months, action RPGs, because that's the 3 types basically. And so it's like, oh, if you beat a whole lot of games doing that, I'm like, well, I beat a couple. I mean, like I beat Disgaea 5 because I got it a long time ago when I first got my PS4, and yeah, I definitely had to beat this one because I didn't like it that much at first, but eventually it did start to grow on me. I was like, these characters are kind of lame. I don't know. Y'all don't seem Disgaea enough for me. Like, y'all ain't that funny. But the more I got on, the more I made me laugh, and I was getting super reckless. So, yeah, I mean, it did eventually win me over. And even actually the final boss, the way that went down was pretty cool. I just did the main story. I haven't done any of the extra side content that every Disgaea game has, or most Nippon Ichi games. But yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, definitely one of my, probably gameplay wise, probably the best one actually, because there's just so much to it, and y'all have probably all heard people sing the praises, millions of times. I do have Disgaea 6, but I haven't played it that much, and I was gonna play that. I wanted some more, but I was like, I don't want to get burned out on Disgaea, so I'll go to like the other games, and then I went to this one, Sakura Wars. Had this for a long time, but I finally wanted to beat it since there was the new one, which I also have on PS4. And yeah, I'll probably definitely be doing that for the action RPGs. I got a lot of action RPGs on that list. I wrote like a whole list of like, okay, here's all the ones I got, how much time this is going to cost me, to beat all of them, and breaking everything down. And maybe got like a little spreadsheet of like, oh, okay, here's how I'm going to do this and that. But yeah, this is really good. I mean, this is, I guess, the only one to take place in America. It's in New York. And honestly, if you played Valkyria Chronicles, you can kind of see where they got the start of that, game engine, because it is kind of similar. I like how you can attack multiple times on the same turn. I think that's pretty interesting. And I don't know. I mean, I think some people were like, "Oh, this is a dating game. Like, you get to go on dates." And I'm like, I don't know. I only went on like 1 or 2 dates, and like the one, it was like, well, it's you think the game is pushing one girl on you, but really it's another girl, and I won't spoil who it is, for the sake of anybody who hasn't played the game. But there is like a little romance, but it just kind of seems like a lot of the girls don't really look at you in a romantic way. Like, only a couple of them do, and I'm not gonna spoil who they are because that would give away the fun. But it was definitely a fun game. It took maybe like 20, 30 hours. It wasn't that long. And that's one of the reasons why I did it, because it wasn't that long and I needed to finish it. And I did grab a Wii, but it's like one that doesn't have backwards compatibility with the GameCube. And I'm like, huh. I thought that was only the Wii Mini that was like that. I didn't know the regular Wii's like that. So that really surprised me. But, I mean, overall, yeah, this is great. First one we got in America. Last PS2 game, but also pretty decent Wii game. I think this goes for a lot of money now. I don't know. I'm not giving up my copy. But the PS2 one has like two different discs, one for Japanese, one for English. Because some of the girls have different names, but yeah, definitely good stuff. I started the one on PS4, but just to see what it was like or see how close it is. I mean, technically, it kind of is actually a sequel to this game, because it does reference some of the previous events, but yeah, they just called it straight Sakura Wars to avoid confusion. I mean, I mean, in Japan it's called Shin Sakura Wars, like new, but that's enough with that. And I guess the next game that I talk about, I don't have a physical copy for it anymore, or actually I never did, because I only rented it years ago, and it was Art the Lad Twilight of the Spirits. I got that on the digital PS4 store. If you go on the PlayStation Store, you go to games and scroll all the way to the right. This was what you used to have to do. They'd have PS2 on PS4, and there was mostly just Sony published and Rockstar. I think that's what most of the games were, just Sony, Rockstar published games. But yeah, so Art the Lad Twilight of the Spirits, probably my top 10 on the PS2 RPGs. I mean, there's a lot to go through, and definitely a lot of games there. But I definitely have to say that the Art the Lad is amazing. It took me a long time to beat it. I started a while ago, and I want to finish this game, and I'm gonna get at least one of the secret characters, because there's two secret characters, because you have Karg and the humans, and you have Dark and the Deimos. And just that whole back and forth between the two stories is really, really awesome. I know other RPGs like Star Ocean 2 supposedly does that, but I don't know if it goes back and forth. I never played it. I only played the first one on PSP, and I didn't finish it. But it's on Switch now, so I'll probably just get it on Switch and finish it there. So Art the Lad, yeah, it's amazing. So I got Choco, I believe was her name. Little I think she was on the Deimos side. Yeah, I think she was the Deimos side. It's a little adorable little girl who throws phoenixes at people. It's insane, but actually Art the Lad Twilight of the Spirits might be the first strategy RPG without grids. This came out before Phantom Brave, before Makai Kingdom, and it's the earliest one I can really think of. I mean, I think I had around 70 some hours put into that one, because I was really trying to do the tournament battles where you have to fight in the arena or whatever it is and unlock the secret characters. And I unlocked one of them. I might try to unlock the other one later, but it's definitely not easy. You need a lot of healing items and a lot of spirit stones, because the spirit stones are what you use for your specials, and I think that's mostly it, and that costs money. So it's paying for MP, basically. And yeah, that's basically where I'm at with strategy RPGs. I mean, I did start Project Cross Zone, and I almost beat it, but I don't know. The end of the month came around, and I was like, well, I guess I gotta switch to the turn-based. And so the first game I did with turn-based was Phantasy Star 4 on the Sega Genesis collection. Love that game. Probably my favorite sci-fi RPG ever made, because it has everything. It's got the Land Rover, the Ice Digger, the androids, guns, laser blades, claws. It's beam guns, beam sabers. It has everything sci-fi, and it's not ashamed of it. It's just unabashed. You travel different planets. It's really cool. The only reason why I stopped playing it for a little bit is because I was reading a guide, because I kind of got lost, and I was like, what do I do next? And they're like, oh, well, you need to be around level 32 to beat this boss. And so I was like, psh, I'm level 30. I'll kick that boss's butt. It ain't gonna do nothing to me. Then I make it to that boss, because it's this castle in the sky. I guess it's towards the latter half of the game. Get in this castle in the sky, try to avoid or find the right pathway just by stumbling around. Then I make it to the boss, and then I get destroyed in 1 or 2 turns, really fast. I was like, all right, I guess I should have took the advice of the guy who wrote the guide, because yeah, have Chaz at level 32, at least a minimum. The other people probably should be higher level. So yeah, I kind of stopped with that one. I'll get back to it, and then I maybe play another game, which I played a demo of many years ago. And that's Cris Tales, which came out last year on PS4 and Switch, and probably Xbox too. And this game's actually pretty cool. It's kind of like, I guess they have nostalgia for RPGs, but they wanted, nostalgia for the classic RPGs, but they wanted to have like a different, a unique art style and a pretty cool time mechanic that's not like Chrono Trigger. I mean, I never played Chrono Trigger yet. I'm eventually gonna get the one on DS. But I guess like it's not. It's like in battle and like in the towns that you can use your time abilities. You can go to the past, see what's in the present, and then also look at the future. And it's honestly this is a pretty cool game. Man. Not done with it yet. I'm like on the last town, I think. Uh, yeah, I'm on like the last town, and I know who the final boss is. You fight her like once or twice before, and you can't win. And yeah, it's a pretty good game. I like how each character has a different gameplay gimmick. Kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy X, which I also have, and I was thinking about trying to see if I can beat it. Because I just watched friend play it, years ago. Never played it myself, but because I'm not really the biggest fan of Final Fantasy. I'm into more obscure stuff like Grandia or Shadow Hearts or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty good, and I think that's probably gonna do it. I mean, the other game I did start was Valkyrie Profile Covenant of the Plume, but this game is ridiculously hard. Like, I love this series. I am somewhat excited for the new one, even though it's not made by Trice because they're working on Star Ocean 6. But yeah, this game is ridiculously hard. I mean, I like a strategy RPGs. I like Valkyrie Profile, so it's like, this should be good. This should work out fine. But it's like, it's got some problems. I don't know. It just seems kind of unfair. And of course, y'all probably noticed the shirt. And that's because of the. Well, actually, I got this shirt from Tokyo and Tulsa in 2019. But, since Battle Network collection was just announced, I figured I had to wear this shirt to show my support. And obviously, I'm going to be getting it when it comes out next year. I actually have beat the first one, started the second one, and haven't finished it yet. And that's pretty much it. I thought about getting like the third one, but since I have this collection, it's like I'll just wait and just play all the other ones later. I've heard people say there's like competitive play with this one, and I'm like, it'd be interesting if they put that in there. And I guess they're saying there's a couple games missing, like the GameCube platformer, which I heard was really hard, and some other spin-off thing. But pretty much that's all. Oh, yeah, I guess with the action RPGs, I'll probably be going through the East games that I didn't beat, and Sakura Wars, and maybe a Tales game. But Tales of Eternia on PSP. But anyway, that's probably gonna do it for me. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day. Happy 4th. Bye.